Good evening, all. Welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Today I'm smoking my Peterson B10 New Grange Spigot. And in it, I am smoking 2/3 Black Irish Twist and 1/3 Brown Flake Aromatic from Gawath and Hogarth. And I gotta tell you, that's a sweet smoke. It's my first time doing that mixture. I think it's the first time I've done this mixture. Maybe I've done it before. I don't know. Boy, it's good. Beautiful night. Gorgeous night out here. It is 70 degrees. Absolutely a stunning evening here. Gonna have a beer tonight, little Michelob Ultra. Need to open that up for you. I can't do it on my left eye. I gotta do it on my right eye. Cheers. It's been a long time since I've had a beer. I mean, a long time since I've had a beer. I think those have been in the fridge for 2 years. No lie. I don't know if they have a date on them or not. Year. It says best before July 2nd, 2021. So I got those probably when we were at the other house. I bought a case of them at Costco when we were at Costco. Before we moved in here, I don't drink beer very often. I gotta be in the mood for a beer. Today I'm in the mood. Probably not the freshest beer. But since I'm not an aficionado, it doesn't really matter. I'm more of a bourbon and rye drinker. I do not like scotch. Not a scotch drinker. I used to drink bourbon and tequila. I don't drink much tequila anymore. I used to love tequila. Back in my youth, I was a huge tequila drinker. And but I love bourbon. Tennessee whiskey. And then I just recently, Tramper Scott got me into rye whiskey. Scott, the 16th day, he came over one time and brought me some rye whiskey. And I just fell in love with that. I still have a little bit of in the bottle he brought over it, but man, I just loved that. And then at Christmas, one of the guys that came over, brought a bottle of rye. And we drank that night. That was gone that night. And everybody that was here that was drinking, which was 3 of us, we finished that bottle up. And that was good. It was good stuff. I'd never heard of it before. I can't remember the name of it, but it was good. It was real good. But I've never been real big on beer. Never ever been a big beer drinker. I've always been when I was young, I wanted to get drunk as fast as I could. And beer took too long, so it was bourbon. It was Jack Daniels. And I wanted to reach that feeling, and beer took too long. But I don't get drunk anymore, so now it's just a sipping. I'll sip it, and I get a it's just purely get a glass with a big ice cube in it, pour a little bit in there and just sip at it. And that's what I do now, except for Christmas. I had a nice little glow going. But every time I watch 13 Pipes, and he's always smoking and drinking a beer, and so this is for 13 Pipes. What a beautiful day, beautiful night. Mm. And it's a good blend. Those two together, Black Irish Twist, Gawith and Hogarth Black Irish Twist, and Gawith and Hogarth's Brown Flake Aromatic. Man, that is a tasty treat. So we had about 6 deer laying out in the front yard under the pine tree all day long today. All day, from morning till it was about 5 o'clock when I came home. I went and picked up McKinley from work. Came home and they were all still laying out there. They've been out there the entire day, just laying in the shade. And it was so cool just seeing them all laying out there. I went out about 6:30, I think it was, to take some tools out to my toolbox. They were all gone at that point. During the heat of the day, they had all been out laying under that pine tree out there in the shade. And that was pretty cool, seeing them all out there. I had gone out the front door a couple times today, and they'd all just sit there and look at me as I came out the door. They didn't move. They were just, I'd talk to them and let them know everything was fine, you know. How y'all doing? And let them know they were safe. Didn't need to move or nothing, and they were just fine. They just, they were about 10 feet away from me. And one of them was the one with the big abscess on the side of its face, the one I showed the picture of a couple videos ago. But we got a big, giant copper bowl. It's a big copper dish that's out there that we keep out there for the deer. Or for any of the animals that want to come up and drink from it. We keep it filled up with water, and it's about 24 inches wide and 8 inches deep or so. And we just keep that filled up with water and for the wild animals to come and drink from. So they know they've always got water here. And the lady who owned this house before us had that there, and she had pictures of a bear, and coyotes, and the deer, and she had all kinds of animals, pictures of animals drinking out of that thing, and so we made sure to keep that. Scrub it out every once in a while and fill it up. Maintain that for the wild animals. We'll see squirrels over there all the time. I'd love to put a trail cam up on that tree by the water thing, so we can see who stops over there at night, during the night. I came out one night when I was taking care of the dog next door, and I came out the front door. It was about 8 o'clock at night, and I had the flashlight. It was dark out. It was the middle of the winter. And I had the flashlight, and I always shine the light out there to see, what might be out there. And I caught some eyes. It was a bobcat sitting out there eating something under the tree. I don't know what he was eating, but I figured, well, I think I'm just gonna go back inside and wait a little while. I'll go over there and feed the dog in about a half hour or so. Let that bobcat finish eating. I don't want to mess with that bobcat while he's out there eating. He was just staring at me as I came out the door. Well, I love all the animals we get around here, man. It's just so cool. So we got the lights up back here. Can't really see them. I don't think you can see them back there. There. You can see the little one of the hooks that they're on right there. But you can't really see them going across there because they're so small. But yeah, you can't really see them. But they look real nice at night. More for ambiance than anything else. They don't give off a whole lot of light back here or anything, but it's just more of an ambiance kind of thing. We've got they'll be up, they're kind of doing this kind of thing right now, but they'll be a little bit tighter when we're done. I got to get some wire and reinforce those shepherd hooks. So that they stay where we want them. They're just going to be temporary back there anyway, I think, just for the wedding. We are making progress. Definitely making progress. Looks like Denny's going to be off work for another month, longer than she was supposed to be. The guy who was doing her physical therapy, he said he doesn't think she'll be ready to go back. The original time they thought she would be ready to go back, that she's not, she doesn't have the strength in her wrist that she needs to, be doing the job she has. So it's looking like they're gonna need another month of physical therapy, and so that's not good. And they're down several people at where she works already. That 2 people left. Took traveler positions, so they're hurting for people, so they kind of need her back. But she's trying, man. She's working all the time on her wrist and doing the exercises and constantly working to get her wrist back, but she doesn't have the grip strength or the range of motion yet, and they want her at 100% to come back before you'll let her come back. So she's still got 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens, what she can do in 2 weeks. But today at her appointment, he said, I really don't think you're gonna be ready in 2 weeks. You're probably gonna need another month. So she's a little bummed out about that, so if you could say some prayers for her. She really wants to get back to work, and they really need her at work. So, but she's got to be able to she's got to have the strength to do the job. So that's her scanning hand. So she's got to be able to, she's a cardiovascular technologist who they scan veins and arteries and check for blood clots and that kind of stuff on people in the hospital. And So she's always, using her scanning with that hand. And when they're working on larger people, there's a lot of pressure to push to get in there to see, so they can see the arteries and the veins and see what they need to see. They gotta, there's a lot of pressure they gotta put on those. And they need that strength in the wrist to do that. Get a lot of people that are 500-600 pounds, and you got to really work to see, Anyway, that's what's going on here. Love y'all. God bless. Take care. Have a good one.